Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Aurore. I am an attachment relationship and feminine coach. And today's topic is about anxious preoccupied attachment style. Now, do you know somebody, or are you somebody who overthinks situations or feels the need to be in constant contact or communication with your loved one or your partner? Do you feel like sometimes your behavior is sort of can be a bit, let's say, overbearing and can push someone else away or can push your partner away? And sometimes you feel, I should really give that person some space, but you simply can't bring yourself to doing it. And you just keep asking the questions and overthinking a situation. Well, if that is you, or you know somebody who can benefit from that video today, from my video today, so stick around. I will be giving 3 powerful techniques that will help you move from an anxious preoccupied to a secure state of being. So let's dive right in. So what is an anxious preoccupied person? So a person with that particular type of attachment style is somebody who overanalyzes some situation, who overthinks about a text, a situation, or a particular behavior, right? And the reason being is there's usually a fear of being abandoned in the relationship, a fear of being pushed away, a fear of being neglected. And a lot of the time, people with anxious preoccupied, and also I think a lot of us as human, there is a lack of self-worth. And people with anxious preoccupied have a big struggle with self-worth. Okay, so how does that manifest in their lives? So there is first the overthinking, overanalyzing of a situation or of a text, right? There is then an overclingingness to the person. They get anxious, they get worried in case the person might just abandon them. Just because, for some time the person feels a little bit distant. And that drives their behavior into needing, requiring reassurance, requiring validation a lot of the time. And let's be honest, in many situations, that can feel a little bit overbearing to the other person. Okay, so what are some other behaviors we can have is reaching out too much, right? There is the thinking process where you really get trapped into thinking the same thing. Is that person leaving me? Am I not enough for that person? And it's a trap eventually. So rather than seeking connection and communicating what is it that's driving them mad, they create more distance and more separation. Right. So I had the example a few weeks ago of a client of mine. So she came and she said, my partner messaged me 3 hours after I've sent a text. It was early morning, like 9-10 o'clock or something like that. And they got back to me like early afternoon. And I didn't know what to think. Right. So that's an example of overthinking, thinking the worst, when truly it can be the person is doing something else or is having a meeting or some other thing. But there's that overthinking, that constant need for reassurance and validation in the relationship. Now, studies have shown that we have around 25% of the world population who has an anxious preoccupied attachment style. That is a lot, right? So, if you're one of them, know that you definitely are not alone. And also knowing that, through decades of a particular programming of our subconscious mind, we've been made to feel a particular way, we've been made to react a particular way, right? That fear of being abandoned, that fear of Will the person give me the safety or the feeling of security that I need? Right? It's all because in an earlier part of their lives or previous experiences, they have never felt that level of security that they needed. So they don't know, they haven't learned to know how to accept or to take on or to understand, someone else's behavioral pattern, right? So it's a learning process. So what I'm wanting to say is to be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and very importantly, have a lot of compassion to yourself. Because healing is a journey. We can't just do it overnight. Some people will take a longer period of time to get to the destination, and some of us might do it a little bit quicker. But either way, take the time that you need. Right. So now let's look at 3 powerful techniques that I want to show you how you can shift from that state of feeling anxious, feeling insecure in the relationship, wanting more clinginess, to a secure state of being. Right? So if you're ready, we're going to dive right in. Number 1, let's look at reframing your internal dialogue. Right? So let's say a particular situation has happened. You're expecting the text, as in my client's situation. You're expecting the text. You're really wanting that instant connection, that feeling of deep connection that you have with your person, but you're not getting it. So you ask yourself, I'm overthinking. You stop, you breathe, and you say, I'm overthinking. Is it out of fear or is it a fact? Right. A lot of the time you want to question the fact. Right. So instead of saying the person doesn't love me, doesn't care for me,